It's not often that you're going to find a cash-only business these days. Imagine yourself going to a restaurant that didn't accept your credit card. Accepting credit cards with a payment processor is an essential part of most businesses, but you want to know what you're looking for while you're out shopping around. My name is Obiedzinski, the Director of Sales and Business Development with Rosy Salon Software.
And I'm Ricci, Payment Sales Representative with RosyPay.
AJ, thanks for joining me today and discussing some of the payment processing features that are available to business owners. There's so much more to credit card processing than what people probably think. So can you tell us what some of the features are that a salon or spa may want to consider?
Yeah, so to start, you're going to want security for your client's information. That's going to be hugely important to you as a business. I'd suggest looking for a payments processor with a PCI compliant chip reader, card readers, tap and sign features, and credit card storage and mobile wallets.
Okay, can you talk a little bit more about that credit card storage?
Yeah, nowadays it's becoming more and more important, more and more common, I should say, for clients to want to store their cards on file so they don't always have to worry about carrying their purse or their wallet with them. So when you have a PCI compliant card on file feature that's safe and seamless, it allows you to store that information so that you can offer contactless checkout experiences, but not have to worry about this security breaches.
Okay, so we're talking to a lot of salons that are transitioning to a deskless concept. So this would be a great feature for them to have too.
Perfect scenario. Yeah, a deskless salon would be able to check out their clients right in the chair or the treatment room if they wanted to, without the service provider actually having to physically take the payment. So the card on file would be run at the end of the appointment and a receipt would be emailed out to the client. That kind of experience is also going to work for businesses who do have a front desk. It would just make for a more contact-free checkout experience.
Okay, great. So what if the salon is concerned about a card that is going through or not?
Yeah, it's true. We don't always know if the card's going to go through, but with pre-authorizations feature, you'd want to consider something like that for cases where you're not sure. That's going to give you the peace of mind about collecting the payment before your client actually starts their service.
Okay, so what else?
Well, the option to take deposits is another really big feature that can help you with your business. When you take deposits, it places a value on your time and it covers expenses if a client decides to cancel or no-show you last minute, which obviously happens, periodically. So you can require deposits for all clients. You can do it for just new ones. You can do select clients who have a history of that kind of no-show pattern with last minute cancellations or no-shows. But it's completely up to you how you want to customize that feature.
Okay. Yeah, deposits are a great asset for salons who offer high ticket services or services that would require an upfront expense. For example, the deposit required could be the cost of extensions, and the client would pay a service or an installation fee on the day of the appointment.
Exactly.
Yeah, and salons are being faced with last minute cancellations and no-shows a lot these days. An integrated payment processor can help support their cancellation policy so that clients would clearly know what they're going to be charged if they cancel or no-show on that appointment.
Yeah, you're right. You always want to make sure you have your cancellation policy clearly posted to the clients when they're booking appointments. And on the other hand, you also want to make sure your team is familiar with this so they can help to enforce it when they need to.
Okay, so I'm into the numbers. Can we talk about some reporting options?
Yes, the reporting. Extremely important part of running your business. You're going to want an integrated payment processing so that you can access payment reports and keep your financial information all in one place. If your credit card processor is part of your Salon software, you don't have to manually enter any of those amounts from your POS into a terminal each time you make a sale or a transaction or match up totals when you batch out at the end of every day.
Okay, yeah. So wouldn't having integrated payment processing help in some other ways?
Absolutely. Yeah, your integrated payment processing in your salon could easily help you to track and manage gift cards, packages, recurring payments, memberships, you name it.
Okay. Can we talk about the monthly statements? Because they always seem to be so complicated with different line items and codes for charges that are almost impossible to understand, let alone to justify those charges.
Exactly. We hear it all the time. And when it comes to payments processing, you definitely want a transparent, easy to understand statement. As a business owner, you're going to want to know exactly what the breakdown covers and why exactly you're paying that. So don't be afraid to ask questions, do your research, find out what all the fees are for, and then make sure to avoid long-term contracts if and when possible. And I can't stress enough, you always want to read the fine print.
Yeah, speaking of asking questions, what about support? Because many businesses will look past what support looks like with a processor until it's too late. And then they're stuck waiting on hold for a really long time to talk to somebody, or they just never even get through to somebody.
Yep, I've been there. I'm sure you've been there. We've all been in that situation before where you're on the phone with a third-party support team who really doesn't have any vested interest in the company that they're taking the calls for. So it can create a really big issue for you as a business owner when you need to get stuff done. So the beauty with RosyPay is that the support's done all by the same team for Rosy. They already know you, they know your salon, they understand how you operate your business and how your credit card processing is integrated into your software. So I think that's a huge point of difference for RosyPay over other processors, especially those that are outside of the industry.
What is RosyPay?
Yeah, RosyPay is our in-house credit card processing. It's a PCI compliant, contact-free payments processing system that integrates directly with your Rosy software. And that works well for behind the counter and online experiences. So no matter how you're running your business, like you mentioned before, if you're going deskless or you're completely mobile and you're doing things like weddings and other events, RosyPay can give you features like deposits. It can give you pre-authorizations. It can give you card on file and tap to pay options, a lot of other features as well, and still cost you less than some of those other providers.
Okay. Is that savings guaranteed?
Great question. Big question. We will do everything in our power to meet, if not beat, your current processing. And depending on your volume, we're either going to go with a flat rate, which is ideal for independent service providers or small to medium-sized businesses. But then you've got your medium to large businesses and spas that have larger volume. And for those, we can customize a plan using the Interchange Plus rate.
So if someone was interested in comparing their current payment processor with RosyPay, what do they have to do to get started with that?
Super easy. All they have to do is send us a couple of their most recent statements so we can do an analysis for them. That way we can get an idea about the volume that you're typically going to be processing. And from there, we're either going to offer a low flat rate or a customized rate based on how you do your business.
Okay, then do those flat rates and the custom rates both come with what you mentioned of deposits, pre-authorizations, and keeping card on file?
Absolutely. The RosyPay features that we've gone over, everything that's included with RosyPay, you're going to get it whether you're on a flat rate or a custom rate. It's all there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, AJ, for joining me today and explaining all about RosyPay and these great features.
It's been my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, so for anybody that's interested in comparing their payment processing with RosyPay, you can go ahead and scan the QR code to learn more about it, or you can start a no obligation statement analysis by sending an email to save@rosypay.com.